Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 5th. We're going to jump right in here, Pisces. You have this dagger card. It says fears, worries, tense situation. But then you have this card that says archway. I love this card in this deck. And it says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths are opening up. So I wouldn't really worry if you are worried about something. I mean, I think this is very Pisces. As a Pisces, I can say this, right? But, I think as a Pisces, Pisces worries about stuff that they don't need to worry about. And then everything works out. Like that is... Pisces life. So, sometimes I think that Pisces is here to learn how to trust that, to trust basically, to trust the universe or to trust, something else, whatever you believe in. Right. So I kind of feel that in that first row is that, that needing to believe that the universe is on your side or needing to believe that the universe is wanting to support you. This reading looks really good so far. I mean, you have the Ace of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Three of Pentacles. It's like you're working towards a victory is what I feel here. I do feel like you need to open up to more people for some of you with that Three of Cups. So yeah, you are, see, exactly what I was saying. It's almost like you are finishing something or something like that. You have this Unfinished Symphony card, which says that something is not finished, something has not been complete yet. I feel like there are people who could support you, or, I kind of feel like this is saying one of two things, basically. Damn, this is a good reading, Pisces. As always, I don't think, your energy has been easy, but, I definitely feel this is good. But I kind of feel like this right here is saying one of two things. Like either you need to, get help from other people, literally, you need to ask for help or get someone, especially if you've been working on a project or an idea, or if you've been trying to accomplish anything, like maybe some of you, maybe you've been trying to move here. You have the Two of Wands, and sometimes I just feel like the Two of Wands is just a move, or it could be a work move as well, like you're trying to get a new job or something. And the Three of Cups says there are probably people who would help you, but you need to open up to allow people to help you or kind of get the guidance, or ask for help. I also feel that something about people, maybe you're thinking that people wouldn't help you, but they actually would. So I know those sound like the same thing, but those are I feel like there are two different Pisces that I'm talking to here. Like one who just needs to go and ask for help, right? The other who is already thinking of people that could help them and needing to go ask for help. I know that sounds the same, but it's different in my head for whatever reason. I think that there are celebrations coming in for you clearly as well. Both of these cards could kind of represent a victory with the Ace of Swords and celebrating a victory with the Three of Cups. So yeah, definitely looks very, very good to me. You have the Judgment card here. You have that Archway card. And again, this says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So the Judgment card would be a new path. The Judgment card would be something completely different, right? Those people are standing in coffins, but inside the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. I do feel like there are new opportunities for you, but I don't see Pisces necessarily completely changing what they're doing. You could be, like some of you, obviously, this is a general reading, but for the most part, I feel like you are taking what you have learned in some sort of situation and you're just applying it. You have that Unfinished Symphony card, which kind of says there's something. It's almost as if this is not true what I'm about to say. So just keep that in mind. But it's almost as if you are trying to prove something to the world, right? Like that you are capable of doing something or that you can accomplish something. And that Unfinished Symphony card is saying, well, now it's time to prove it. You've been learning how to do something. It's like you've been going through something for a very long period of time. You've been learning something. Now it's time to express what you have learned in the world, which I feel is this part of it. And it's time to prove that you can do something or something like that. I don't know. That's really what I get. I hope that makes sense. There you go. You have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not going to find it where you are. Things obviously need to change. Sometimes I think we can get stuck in, training mode for a long time, right? They call it analysis paralysis, where you think there's something else to learn or you think there's something else to, do before you get started on something like a project or a new direction in your life. And, I feel this is basically saying, and by the way, you have the analysis paralysis card right here. Seven of Pentacles is the card of analysis. So, I feel for a lot of you, this is kind of saying, well, the next step is to learn by doing, So there you go. Three of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Yes, I do feel again, if you are thinking about a person here who could help you, I'm not talking about love here. I'm talking about a mentor, it could be a parent, someone you look up to, something like that, especially in work or business. But it could be any area of your life, right? I feel that person will set you free. It's I never really feel bad about the Four of Pentacles because it's like, yeah, he's kind of stuck. He's holding on too tightly to the past, but he's also stable. So it's, it's not like, it's really not that big of a deal. With the Judgment card, yes, you have the Wheel of Fortune. There is definitely a change in your destiny, or I don't really feel it's a change in your destiny. I feel more intuitively that you are taking control of your destiny. So I would say, and I like to make that a point for you, Pisces, because again, nothing is necessarily changing. I think that, will there be changes? Yes, but that's not the point. The point here is that I feel like you're taking control of something, which is a little bit different than a change that's just happening, right? And so I feel like you are taking control. There's more, I get a sense of more of your energy in this reading, you doing more, if that makes sense. And, the Wheel of Fortune sure, the Wheel of Fortune can just cause a random change in our life, but really we have to control the wheel. We control the wheel when we double down on good things, and when bad things happen in our life, we take care of those things more quickly as well. If we do that, then we are taking control of our destiny. But there's some sort of fated calling that's coming in for you here. This is your purpose, something that you're meant to be doing, and I feel this is you taking control. With the Four of Pentacles, yeah, what are you waiting for? You can't make this up. Literally, you have the Hangman, which is Pisces. He's put himself in Hangman mode so he can learn something, but there's nothing more for him to learn. His head is glowing here. He's gained enlightenment, but now it's time for him to move forward. Now it's time for him to make a move, and that's what I feel for you. I feel like you've learned as much as you can in a situation, and now it's time for you to move towards the next thing. The best way I could tell you what this is, Pisces, is it's almost as if it would be if I started a new YouTube channel, which I already have, but, imagine if I had this for this many years and I completely started another one, right? And, it's almost that's what you're doing. It's almost like you are bringing your skills forward to something new, if that makes sense. You have this home card coming up in the area of the unexpected. It says, invest in a home-based business or make money from home. Some of you could be doing that. It says, get out of the rat race and become your own boss. I always find that Pisces does way better as their own boss anyway, so, that makes sense. You have this legal card. It says, dealing with legal issues or life lessons. Seek an expert, especially if you're handling a legal matter. So again, if you are dealing with legal issues, obviously, seek an expert. I don't think this would be a surprise to you if you are dealing with something legal. It also says something else. It says your karmic debt has been paid in order to redeem past mistakes. So it says has to be paid, but I read it as has been paid. So, again, maybe you've paid off some karmic debts and you're moving forward or something is kind of what I'm getting here. So there you go. You have the Queen of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really moving in a new direction in your life. Some of you could be taking some sort of risk. You have the Five of Swords right next to her. She is taking a risk as well. She has no salamanders on her cloak. She's only Wands court card that doesn't have salamanders on her cloak, and it kind of represents the fact that she is not protected from fire. So she has to take risks without knowing if she is going to make it, if she's going to be protected from the risk or not. And, I feel like this is kind of saying that you are protected from risk. Obviously, I wouldn't be taking any calculated risks, any crazy risk at this time. I would only be taking calculated risks, things that you've thought through, thought about, prepared for. List goes on and on there. But again, that's what I do there. Also, you could be very attractive at this time. You go to the Knight of Cups, you have the Empress here. So if you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there. Three of Swords could say that it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. So that would tell me that you have healed from, past heartbreak, or you have healed to a certain point, and that could be the thing that's bringing new love into your life. You have the Two of Wands here. Two of Wands about taking the lead, leaving a comfort zone, which, the whole entire reading is basically talking about. You have the Four of Pentacles twice. So you've built something up, but now it's time to take something to the next level is kind of what this reading is saying to me. It's you've done a good job doing whatever it is that you're doing in your life, and now it's time to, push it to the limits, take it to the next level. And we even have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a change of direction. Seven of Pentacles is analysis paralysis. Here's the thing, is that you go like this. Knight of Cups to Knight of Pentacles. It's almost as if, this is saying to me that you get very excited about something and you see the potential, you see that it could be very abundant, and then you stop making moves towards it. So, the Knight of Pentacles is showing up in the good stuff, and in the good stuff, he would represent progress or making progress. So I kind of feel like this is saying Like in those moments where you come up with an idea, you get very excited and then come up with the reasons why it can't work, it's saying, can you still take a step anyway towards whatever it is that you're doing? With the Queen of Wands, you have the Tower. I'm not sure what this is about. Some of you, again, could be dealing with a legal matter or something like that. This could be some sort of breakup or separation as well, if you've been going through that, is kind of what I'm getting here. But we're going to pull more cards here. I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to get a lot of people have the Tower in the February readings anyway, so it could just be a global Tower moment. With the Two of Wands, you have the Magician here. The Magician would be normally pointing towards the Devil. So if you have any tricky people or any liar, cheater, stealers in your life, I would definitely be careful of those people. But again, it doesn't have to be. The Magician is a good card, and it's a card of you manifesting something in your life. And I didn't even notice this. So this changes things. To me, Judgment and the Tower is the most powerful combination in the tarot anyway. So you have Judgment to the Tower right there, and Judgment and the Tower to me is like a major revelation or a major wake-up call. I kind of feel like you could be waking up to the potential that something has. The potential of your own skills is what I'm getting. So, for a lot of you, if you've been looking for an answer, I actually feel pretty good about this. Like if you haven't been knowing like how to get off the pole here with the Hangman, if you've been stuck and you're like, I just don't know what my next steps are. I don't even know what to do. It's almost like you're getting an answer. You could be having a wake up call or a revelation that kind of moves you forward. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Three of Swords. I do feel like past disappointments is the thing that holds Pisces back the most, especially right now with the energy the way it is. So it's like if you've had past failures, if you've tried to, build that business in the past, if you've tried to improve your health, like whatever you're trying to do, if you've done it and you've had, you get really excited about ideas and then it like then you don't, then you don't move forward. I feel that it's kind of like saying that you could be a little bit, nervous to get started on something new or to try something because you're feeling like nothing ever works. And I feel this reading is saying that you need to push through those moments. Next, you have this card that says, try not to, after I said that this wasn't about changes, this card says, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Don't delay the inevitable. You have this card that says, explore the possibilities. Yeah, I kind of feel that you do need to explore the possibilities. I would be careful of getting too fixed on, one way of doing things. I would make sure that you're staying flexible here and that you're staying open to, other ways of doing things. You have the Five of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Devil. The Five of Swords is a card of taking a risk. It is a card of winning at all costs and, walking away and, all that other, can represent a breakup and all that other stuff. But I kind of feel for you, this is encouraging you to, I think that the breakup that's happening here, Pisces, is you with your old Pisces self, right? I think that's the breakup that's happening here. Or I think the breakup that's happening here is you doing things for yourself, not like what is going to make other people happy or comfortable or whatever. So I feel like you're making up your own mind here, really, is what I'm getting. You have the Knight of Cups. Could be a Knight in Shining Armor. Definitely a good year for love for you if you want it. So definitely could be a good connection. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. Could be an earth sign or a water sign just in general, but, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. Knight of Cups is a Knight in Shining Armor. Knight of Cups is also your dream, though. And again, there is something here about you. Yeah, sure, there could be love coming up here, but, I think for a lot of you, this reading is really talking about new opportunities, possibilities. What did this card say? And paths opening up. So, I think that these new opportunities and paths and possibilities, you have two cards of possibilities, which is pretty interesting. The card literally says new possibilities opening up, and then you have this card that says explore the possibilities. So I would be exploring. Knight of Cups is about your dream. It's about dreaming your future life. He is normally looking into that cup, dreaming about his future life. And I feel this is saying just explore it. You have the Devil. I would be careful of any, toxic, weird energies. You have that card here with the dagger. It's kind of like a backstabbing energy. So, you have the Three of Swords on both sides of it as well. I would be careful of, anyone who's done things behind your back or anything like that. So, I would definitely be careful if you happen to know that someone did something behind your back. I don't know, like ever since end of 2022, we had that Mars retrograde in Gemini. Ever since then, like everybody gets something about, gossip, jealousy, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I just ignore it. So I would just ignore it. With the Five of Swords, you have the Four of Cups here. See, you are actually making progress as well. Four of Cups is like trying to manifest something. You always say he's like trying to manifest a cake, but he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs, and he just needs to pop it in the oven and, mix it all together. But he's like disappointed because he doesn't have a cake sitting in front of him. So I feel you are making progress, even if you don't feel it, and you just need to mix everything together. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Five of Swords. I would be careful, of a past person here. You have just too much stuff here of like someone, trying to, seeing that you're the Empress or whatever here, Pisces, and, even if you're a man, and, trying to come back in, someone who wants to win at all cost. So I would be careful of that energy for sure. Here you go, with the Devil, are you kidding? You have the Knight of Cups, so Knight of Cups can be a knight in shining armor for sure, but, Three of Swords, Five of Swords, I don't know. I don't really like this if it's a past person returning to your life. That's, especially if they stabbed you in the back or if they, did bad things behind your back or something like that. I would be careful of that situation. The other thing about having the Tower here is that the Tower can say that, like, one person wasn't making a decision, the other person made a decision, It's like this lady, she looks like she's been pushed out of the tower. This guy over here, he's like jumped out of the tower. So it's like, maybe there was a tower for both people in this situation, but it's like one person saw what was happening and chose to take the leap. The other person was, pushed out of the tower or whatever. So if that makes sense to you, I would be careful if you are dealing with that situation. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Unfinished Symphony card and this Between Worlds card. So, clearly there's something that needs to be completed or something that needs to be finished. I really feel that it's like a dream or something that you're creating. I love this Between Worlds card because that flamingo is going from like black and white to color. So, I feel like your life is about to get a lot more exciting, a lot more abundant, a lot of good stuff coming in here. But I think it's about, pushing through something or, I think this reading is about Pisces kind of getting to the other side. Pisces completing a project or Pisces seeing something through to the end and being pleasantly surprised what's on the other side. The good news is that, again, you have this Knight of Cups here, the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about kind of like normally no progress. He's the only knight that isn't making any moves, but he has all the knowledge and wisdom necessary to make a move as well. But I feel that for some of you, this is you finally making progress towards your goals. He had, everything about him represents like knowledge and wisdom. The Hangman as well is hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. He has these oak leaves on his helmet, which represent knowledge and wisdom. So he could easily just start planting seeds and they will grow. And I think that you are going to realize that that's how easy it is going to be for you. Maybe you've been dreaming of an idea or dreaming of doing something. And I literally, think that it's as simple as one foot in front of the other for you. And it's like, once you realize that something is going to come easily to you, then I feel you're like off to the races here. That's kind of like the feeling I get from this reading. But I think the getting started part is a little agonizing. You have the Empress, tons of abundance coming in here. I also feel like you're very attractive at this time, so if you want love, I would definitely be getting out there with the Empress. I also feel like some of you are like pregnant with ideas. If you want to get pregnant, congratulations, yes. 2024 seems to be a very fertile year, but some of you could just be pregnant in general. For others, I feel that for all of you, I feel that you are creating a lot of abundance. And I really do feel it's going to be easy. But again, I think it's been hard because you haven't been taking the steps. So I would make sure that you are taking the steps here. You have the Three Swords again. So again, I feel like you will be healing a heartbreak or healing a situation. There could be a person coming in for you here, like an earth sign or someone very slow and steady, who is going to help you. Like, I don't think anyone should help us heal. I think we need to heal on our own because only we can heal ourselves. Just that simple. But, I think that there could be a person who is very healing coming into your life. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the World. Yeah, some of you could be meeting a person from a distance for sure, but for others, I feel this is just talking about accomplishments and kind of Pisces being on top of the world. Again, I think that there are amazing new opportunities or possibilities coming in for you. They are just possibilities, and I feel like you have to explore them. It's like one of those things where these possibilities are teaching you things, and I kind of feel like maybe that's why you're a little bit nervous as well. Like if you're being given a bunch of opportunities right now, but you've had a bunch of failures with possibilities that you've explored in the past, I feel like the universe is saying, like, don't look at those things as failures. Look at those possibilities as teaching you something because they have taught you something, and then it's guiding you towards something better. With the Empress, you have the Death card. It could be a Scorpio coming in for you. You've been all up in Scorpio's business here, for weeks in their readings. So, now they're all up in your business as well. So here you go. Like twice at least, right? Was there somewhere else? Oh, over here on the Wheel of Fortune as well. And also the World. So there you go. Could be a Scorpio. With the Three of Swords, you have the Five of Wands here. Again, I feel like you could be healing some sort of conflict or something like that. Again, if you did have a conflict with a past person, there could be clarity or closure or something like that coming in for you as well. So there you go. We're pulling 5 main themes now, Pisces, to close off. You have this bluff card. See, if you do have a past person, I think this person thinks you're joking or something like that. But I think that you see this person as just a game player, someone who plays games. And, I think you're over it, especially with that, with the Magician, the Devil, the Tower showing up here, Judgment. It's like you've awoken to, what this person was if you have a past person. And I don't think you're calling anyone's bluff. I think you're over it, plain and simple. You have this independence card. Yes, I feel like you are trying to protect your independence in a lot of ways. I bet if you look at a lot of your lessons as well, Pisces, a lot of your lessons probably have something to do with independence and you making up your own mind. I always tell the story of how, like, years ago, I'm sure I had a full-on studio, but I didn't want the studio, and like everybody in my life at the time talked me into getting the studio, right? So that's why I did it. Very Piscean thing. Like, people talk Pisces into doing things, they do it and they regret it later. So it's I don't blame any of those people. I should have told them all to shut up, quite frankly, because I kind of at first said I didn't want it, and then they all just kept blah blah blah, just constant talking, constant coming at me, right? And I should have stuck up for myself. People don't like it when Pisces sticks up for themselves, but too bad, so sad, right? As I always say. And I think that if you look at a lot of your lessons have probably been like that, like where you should have made up your own mind, where you should have listened to yourself, or whatever the case may be. And this is not like a good or a bad thing. It's just so that you can make progress. You have this organization card. I feel like you are getting organized, and I think you are kind of seeing there's wheat on this card, which there's wheat on the Empress. So I think that getting organized is bringing more abundance into your life. You have this isolation card. I do feel like it's time to come out of isolation. Again, if you want love, I would be getting out there. There could be a person though that's kind of pulling you out of isolation. There could be a person who is coming into your life and opening you up or something like that if you want love. And finally, you have this Quarrel card. Again, I would be careful of a past person. It's not a bad reading, but there could be a past person who's trying to, or it doesn't have to be a lover either. It could just be a person that you've had some sort of falling out with. And 5 wands, 3 of swords, Tower, Devil, Magician. I like the Magician, but when the Magician, I read holistically. So when the Magician shows up with all this other stuff, not good, right? Tricky energy. So I would be careful of someone's intentions or, whatever. It doesn't say you have to avoid anyone or anything like that. But, I would be careful of someone trying to come in and cause a fight or something along those lines. But, other than that, it looks good. Could be some sort of major wake-up call going on for you as well. But it looks pretty good. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.